Deep in the northern Cape of South Africa lies a town unlike any other. Orania, a small, self-sufficient community that has sparked curiosity, controversy, and debate for decades. But what exactly is Orania? Why does it exist? And what does its future look like in modern South Africa? Let's explore. Orania is a privately owned town established in 1991 by a group of afrikaners who wanted to create a self-sustaining community based on their culture, language, and traditions. Unlike other South African towns, Orania is exclusively inhabited by white Afrikaners, making it one of the most controversial places in the country. With a population of just a few thousand, Orania operates almost independently, with its own currency, economy, and local government. To understand Orania, we have to go back to the early 1990s, when South Africa transitioned from apartheid to democracy. A small group of Afrikaners, fearing the loss of their cultural identity, bought a piece of land and created Orania as a safe haven for Afrikaner heritage. Their vision, to build a self-reliant community where they could preserve their language, values, and way of life. Even Nelson Mandela visited Orania in 1995, a moment that surprised many as he sought to promote dialogue and understanding. Orania operates like a small country within a country. They generate their own electricity, have their own currency, called the Ora, and rely heavily on agriculture and local businesses. Unlike the rest of South Africa, they do not use outside labor, meaning every job, from construction to farming, is done by Afrikaners themselves. The town also has its own schools and media outlets, reinforcing its unique identity. Despite its peaceful existence, Orania is highly controversial. Critics argue that it represents a form of modern-day segregation and goes against the ideals of a united democratic South Africa. Many see it as a rejection of racial integration, while supporters argue that it's simply about cultural preservation, not exclusion. Despite its peaceful existence, Orania is highly controversial. Critics argue that it represents a form of modern-day segregation and goes against the ideals of a united, democratic South Africa. Many see it as a rejection of racial integration, while supporters argue that it's simply about cultural preservation, not exclusion. Supporters claim that Orania proves self-reliance works, pointing to its low crime rate and economic growth as signs of success. Over the years, Orania has slowly expanded, attracting more Afrikaners and gaining financial stability. While some believe it will eventually integrate into a more diverse South Africa, others think it will continue to grow as an independent, self-sustaining community. But one thing is certain, Orania remains a unique and complex part of South Africa's landscape, raising important questions about culture, identity, and the future of the country. But beyond just farming and business, Orania has its own financial system with a local bank that handles transactions within the town. They also have a police department that ensures security and law enforcement within their community, reducing reliance on national policing structures. The town has also developed its own municipal services, including a local administration that manages water supply, waste disposal, and town planning. Even healthcare and emergency services are run within the community, making Orania one of the most self-sufficient towns in South Africa. Despite its peaceful existence, Orania is highly controversial. Critics argue that it represents a form of modern-day segregation and goes against the ideals of a united, democratic South Africa. Many see it as a rejection of racial integration, while supporters argue that it's simply about cultural preservation, not exclusion. Supporters claim that Orania proves self-reliance works, pointing to its low crime rate and economic growth as signs of success.
Thanks you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe.